And I'm running out of pipes. Have to make more. This definitely I don't want the items going down. Here, go here. You go up here. How is dandy? And only have the restrictive pipe. Let's go back here, up there and grab more pipe. Thank goodness cobalt is extremely common. I get it a lot from the processing of copper. So much that I am using normal pipe. I could have used the small version to save it, because a small only takes 1 ingot, while the normal one takes 3 ingots. Don't try to go back, only in this direction. And here we go. Down. Go back. 1 here. Now let's look for this friend here. You have all the tiny ones that I need to actually put together. Let's go to the top of the crate and connect. As you can see, everything got full very fast. Let's grab here our arm here, put into the packer, and set it to supply exactly 9 of it. And import. I'll collect the correct circuit 1, and now it makes dust. And output into the outer chest, please. And now we're going to start to receive our reward. Hematite is a key, is right here, and all the rest has as well. Aye aye. Now here into the other side of it. Let's put here a super chest and put the dark ashes on it. And actually connect this to receive all the dark ashes we are producing. We should at least receive it. It's a little a bit shy. If you actually put it to output it, it might arrive. Anyway, the dark ash is going to be put inside this basic centrifuge. However, not always. Actually, I think this is going to always output, isn't? Don't forget to put the item locking or you might lose the item inside. This produces for us ashes and carbon. Now carbon I want to also save into a super chest. And if you're wondering, yes, I already had built this before and I tore it down to make it to record the first episode. Now I am rebuilding everything. Let's pick some of the conveyors I have here and try to find the one with the carbon. You only receive carbon, so you can output it here. And only the carbon going to arrive. Item locking and voiding. Now the ashes stay here because we're going to use it into the next part. I already have a chest for ashes, one for calcite and one for fertilizer, because we're going to actually put a chemical reactor there. Yeah. Reactor in the middle. This is the ash. This is the calcite. And on top it's going to be the other one. The fertilizer. This is for calcite. Goes on top. This is for ashes. Goes on top. You stay quiet. Now we just have to bring the pipe all the way around here. Connect. Now you have to actually remove the ash from here. Let's put a pipe here. Maybe I should actually put a filter to make sure that only the ash is taken out. Let's change one of those. Whitelisting, take all this. Grab outside, ashes. Remove only ashes. And it should be arriving here more ashes. Yes. Now come a difficult part here. I'm gonna put 2 robot armors into each side and keep it exactly 6. Why? Because if I put it into the other way, it's going to fill all the slots with one of the items and block it. By using this method, only those 2 here. Now all that's left is to actually give it some water, so it can become fertilizer and put it into the top here. We're glad we're getting close to the end, people. Now here come a very long setup of machines. We're going to need an autoclave and then an alloy smelter with a moldy with a compressor. So autoclave, alloy smelter with the ingot and a compressor. You send the items to here, you send items to here, you send the items to here, it was already, I believe, and you send items down, because we're going to put our last thing there. I believe this is the correct one. Yes, it is. I hate when it bugs like that. And here we have clay. If I have one ashes. I already had one for ashes. I have one for clay and gabbro, not this one here. Give me one. You now, my friend, can receive all the clay. And I'll put everything into the autoclave here. It's going to become clay balls, then smelted into bricks, and then compressed into the brick form, and then sent down there. All that's left is the water. Oof. Might actually cut this into 2 pieces. I have one left here, but first let's make those here work. I'm gonna connect water and heat on. And there we go. The autoclave is running, making clay balls that is melted into the ingots. Then place it into the compressor. And when I have 4, I'm gonna make bricks. And here it's combining all the ashes and calcite to make it fertilizer. It's going to use it now we have infinity fertilizer and clay bricks. And also a lot of metals here. All of this just while I was building this with you. And it's not optimized yet. Oh, don't work because you're not connected with the main system there, so we can actually empty it. Now we have come to the last 2 here. That is probably the most complicated of all. Now for the last one. As if you remember into my previous videos, into one that system that made the clay dusty and made my aluminum, I also had a system to make the hardened georite. But I found out that actually the drill can actually make it false anyway, so it was actually not that interesting. So I was want to have granite bricks to build more of my place here, because they are kind of neutral. So for that, I'm gonna require make it and also concrete. So we're going to have a crate here, and I'm going to actually fill most of the slots like this, because I want to put it on top of it this filter here is going to receiving clay and gabbro. Clay is easy, I can get it here, and the gabbro I need to actually get it from here. That's why I not place a filter to not allow gabbro to arrive here. Now I'm gonna place the robot arm around here into the basic mixer that I'm gonna place later, but first let's set up to keep it exactly now how much I need it. I believe it's 3. Need another one of this. Exactly 6 gabbro and 6 clay. Now put the mixer there and just supply it with water. You mean I have no water? This is why having the arrows pointed to the place you want it is a must. The water was not arriving here because it was trying to go back all the time. So I have to go and make the arrows to avoid them go back. Now everything that is full. Don't scare me like that. Let's connect to my main supply of water for the boilers. If the boilers go without water, they are going to blow. Anyway, now this is making for me a lot of concrete. That's going to require for later on. Just place here and let's wait a little bit more. I'll just have to connect this here. Sorry about that, but sometimes it's very difficult to think it. Now this is going to see what happened. because this I run out of cable. Bring this one right here. I have to fix this. Now it's never going to run out again. Here, take this back. Now I'm going to have infinity amounts of concrete. And the other side now will become a very huge operation. I'm going to break this here too, so you can actually see what I'm going to do. I'm gonna pick another cable here, put it right here. Yes, it's strange, I know. Then pick this low voltage gearbox, then connect the cable so it starts to spin. I'm gonna place some cogwheel here, so I can place on top this Kinect crafter. Let's change the output to the other side, and on top I'm gonna place a rock breaker with granite. That's not into my hand. Like here. It's going to make the granite for me, and then output it into the crafter. Because there is a recipe here for the granite cobble to turn into the loose granite instead crafting. There is no other way actually. So by doing that, I can get the granite loose block. Now let's put a pipe here so it can actually go somewhere. And put my two assemblers. Leave it is 0. Not 0. Make the bricks, it is 1. So this one here is going to make bricks and output into the other assembler. And this assembler, we're going to receive concrete. Programmation 0 to make the so-talked granite bricks. Now I have infinity granite bricks to place all over the place. Now let's silence the scrap before we lose my mind. Before I lose my mind. They already got some bricks here. Only I made it. So this is it. I already had one before, as you can actually see right here. I don't want it to actually get too much bricks, because well, I don't know what I would do with too much bricks. Now let's harvest it. Back in place. and so on. I'm gonna take a break, another stack of it arrive in this place. Now I can go around actually fixing this then floor here. Now that most of the work into the side of the place here has been completed, I can actually start it. Now what's left is to actually just bring everything to connect with the rest of the system. But remember that the filter that has been haunting us for a long time, or forbid the Gabriel, it goes here. Because we do not want Gabriel to go the main system. Why are you going down there? Tell me. Tell me what the crap are you doing down there? There you go. Now we cannot extract the Gabriel. Now just connect the pipe here. For a question of safety, I always test with I test it with the chest for connect to the system. So let's see what's going to arrive here. All the mirabilite, all the flinty, asbestos, olivine, saltpeter. That's it. We still have one here to actually output as well. Our friend here, full dusts. I should actually make a super chest for each one later on. What? Arriving, everything is arriving, so we connect this one on bottom here and go on. Well, everything is going to be fed to the system. We have a lot of silicon to process. And asbestos as well. But my boys here are going to do the work. I need to turn back the power on because I turned off because of the lack of water. And it's empty. Holy crap. That was fast. That was uber fast. Those are 16 large batteries. 2 minutes of power. And poof. Just like that. Anyway, now it's done here. I have a very huge passive generation of resources. And they are producing almost as fast as it can actually output what we have here. So this is going to be it for these 2 episodes. Just on God. Thank you for watching and your patience.